Yep. Alrighty. Welcome back to another round of Race Spec. I'm going to be your new host for a little while. As our previous host, it's got 2-1 shifted back half an hour earlier. I'll be your new host for a little while. Welcome, this is round 10 of Elite Series Tier 2. We are here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. So, jumping into it, we have cars on their outlaps. So Rhythm's in 14-1. Little Williams on a 13. Let's get everything up here. There we go. So here comes a star who's born into the pit lane. Tomato. Comes around into the pit, he goes. Alex on a 28. Be very interesting. It's my first time seeing these elite drivers go around. As close, sector purple into sector 2. It is, and a bit of a lock up there. As he comes on the final corner, nice and wide. Gets that car lined up. And he goes up to second on a 1:14.1. Great lap. We've got cars coming out, I think. Is this better? Yeah, I think that's good. Might be good enough, I guess. I don't know. Is this a little bit better? Not too sure, but so here's your top 5 so far. You can see on the screen. Just waiting on a few drivers to set in their lap. That contrast coming out. And yes, contrast coming out into the pit. Katie coming around the final corner. Up to the line now. What is he going to do? 10th. 15.8. Not too bad of a lap time from him. Here comes Plebs once again. I think he's going to pull into the pits, looking like it. Yes, he is into the pits. Current pole sitter. On his outlap here. Contrast. Very big name. Same with Rhythms. And we got one of the Red Bulls off circuit there. And he's Gran. I'm guessing he lost the back end as they do have no traction control. And cars are actually losing the back end, I assume. I'm not sure what's wrong with that gearbox, but alright, then we'll move on. So the gap is 0.4, so ACW on a good lap. While these drivers do their lap, we'll get the standings set. So our current championship leader is ACW on 118. Is that a Kush on 105? Eternal Snows on 102, Plebs on 93, Pure Gold on 87, ACSE 477 on 60, Eye Contrast 59, Rhythms on 50, AE Wingman on 45, GeForce Dre 41, Hairy Tomato 26, GeForce TP on 25, Alex Pato 22, Tyler with A Star Is Born, Chain Game Wow on 16, Anto Barlow 15, Iceman 6, Bodhod 5, Ellen 15 on 4, Mosball 2, Sherry, GeForce and Katie and Roscoe all tied on 2 points. By the looks of it, oh, that is AC, who has just jumped up. So previous race winner is that Kush. Currently sits in 7th with the past 3 race victories. They'll be looking to get another race win here for Elite Tier 2. 7:45 to go. Top 10 are separated by 1.5 seconds. As Rhythms come through to start his second lap. Let's check out everyone's fastest lap here. So AC on a 13.4, Rhythms on a 13.9, AC on a 14. So that's the top 3. Who else is there? Cheru and GeForce still need their laps done. Is that all Williams? Nope, AC's in the pit. GeForce 5th. Eye Contrast pits. So 14.1 for GeForce Dre. The top 9 now separated by 1 second. Just waiting on Cheru, who comes out. Here comes the Star Is Born on another lap. Comes through the first corner. Let's go on board with them. Oh, nice and slow through there. Someone's lost the back end. That's not AC, sorry, that is GeForce Dre. Either slowing down or he's just lost the back end. Nice and slow there. Don't want to lose the back end. Oh, in fact he's 4 seconds down, so we'll come back to him. Comes to Red Bull. And is that exceeding? Yes it is. KD up to the line, is he going to improve? Just by 2/10, still not going to be good enough. Who else do we have? Plebs, who's still taking it very slow. Oh, it's only 4 out on circuit right now. Sorry, make that 6. Yes, 6 out on circuit, 2 of them on outlet. Here comes Sherry. Doesn't decide to shift up there. Great exit through there. Still no invalidation, which is a good sign. Sector 3 of 59.3. He needs to get a 13.4. these are going to be good enough. So I need a top 3Os in the 13s. High 13s. Sure, doesn't look like he'll do a 13. It'll be about a 15 or a 14. Sorry, I've just doubted him. He's done a 13.4. So yeah, 13.6. So puts him on the first row. Alright then. So just waiting on these three now, and a few more on their outlap. Ellen's coming through. Here we have a Star is Born in G-Force and others in the pits. I assume... Okay, so Katie's retired. Robert Roscoe's laps invalidated. Into the pits he comes. Alright, so who are we waiting on? See the gearbox. Not sure what is going on there. Here comes eye contrast into turn number 1. Nice and steady through there. Turn 2, or technically turn 3. Good exit there from him. And he's just slow. Doesn't quite improve. As he approaches third and final sector. What's it looking like? Just down. Can he just improve his position at least? As he comes up through the final corner. Inside line, yellow flags. Up to the line. Not gonna improve. So we got Tomato through sector 1, not sure whether he went up or not. Goran 3 laps on the hards. Oh, he's improved. LM retired. Alex Pato, where is he? Into the pits. Who else do we have? G-Force Dre. Who's that just starting? A few drivers, in fact, are starting. So how many more do we have? Still have 4 on an outlap. So his current pole setter, 13.4. Good exit through there. Nice and slow on the brake. Eye contrast for tyres. There we go, qualifying's done. G-Force retires on the second row. So driver's starting to retire. And he's lost the back end into the wall. There's the Mercedes of Plez improved by 1/10. A little lock up, maybe that's going to cost. Rhythm second fastest. Up to the line. The steel pole, yes. 13.4. Snatches pole. And that's first. Oh, a 13-1. What a lap. Can go on. Nope. Lap invalidated. Who are we waiting on? Sure, his lap is also invalidated. So, the previous 3 race winners. Well, not 3 race winners, but previous race winner will line up on pole for round 10. Great lap, great lap. So the fastest lap times. Kush on a 13.1, Plebs 13.4, ACW 13.4, Rhythm 13.5, Shrew 13.6, and I think G-Force was a 16.8. Yep. Yes, 13.8. There you go. Top 10. Separated by just under 1 second. So, Contrast, WoW, and KD will start on the mediums, will qualify on the mediums. Not sure what tyre they will start on. And validations, there was a lot. Alright, dry race. This will be very interesting, I guess. Alrighty. Away they go. Formation that time. So standings once again. And cars already been disqualified. Just love to see it. Grab up the tires. And there we go. So, ooh, 4 on the hards. I assume like 25 maybe, and then onto the softs. I'm not quite sure. There's nothing really in the formation, right? Alright. Here we go. 4, 5. Away they go. Here we go. Good angle. Good angle. Turn 1. Good start from our race leader. Oh, sorry, our pole sitter, I should say. Contact in the background. There's one of the Mercs. And yellow flags, that is one of the Renaults. Spun out. And away he goes onto the game. More carnage at the back. That is Alex Pato, who's lost it. Still using his overtake though. So we have Anto, Goran, Eye Contrast and Alex Pato onto the R tyres, checking with the race leaders. So end of lap 1, this is that Kush leads over Rhythms, Plebs, ACW, Sheru, Star is Born, G-Force, Chain Gain, Harry Tamad, oh sorry, who is that? That is Katie out, hit the wall, and is it going to be Alex Pato gaining another position? Not quite sure. Yes, he does. So, another position there for Alex. Really need to save the car. And the leaderboard is glitching out. There we go. So that is that a Kush in first place so far. mic, didn't realise. I was just on about this interesting battle. Same with LM there. Ooh, Tomato into the pits, not quite sure who he was. Top 2. The leaders here. So Goran with a 3-second penalty. So there's the distance on the top 2. Let's get the interval. That's much. Oh, massive lock up from Rhythms there. I'm not sure what happened to our race leader. Well, previous race leader. So sorry, who was that previous race winner again? That was the Alfa Romeo. Currently sitting first. That's another good shot right there. There's nothing too much happening in this Grand Prix. Let's see, any interesting battles? That is KD. Well, basically the closest battle is players will do. As you see, a lock up, and well, LM's done. He has decided to retire. Oh wait. One's at 10:30, one's at 11, and one's at 12:30. Does that really know how long they'll be here for? I shouldn't take too long, probably just a couple of hours, I suppose. Whoa. Like I said, not much battles are happening so far. Still nothing good. So Rhythms has a 1.8 second gap. And in fact, Sherry behind him is actually slowly closing in by about around the 10th or left, I'd say. And here comes Roscoe and Renault into the pits. So AC has 83% error, so that's going to give him a big advantage. As we see, ACW in fact does get the move done. Up in the 10th place for him. So lap 8 now. Rhythm still leads over Sherry. Players changing as far as one into lap 1 is the cat. I don't know, Kush, we call him Kush. ACW, that is your current top 10. Who in fact are separated by 19 seconds. And in fact the Rhythms is actually losing time, as you see there, 1.1 seconds. And Rhythms into the pit lane. So the fast lap is a 17.9. So the top 3 into the pit lane. and make that starters points. The top 4 into the pits. So the hard compound runners will probably go to at least lap 25, I guess. Tyre wear is not too bad around here. The hards pick up, start to lose grip on 40%. So if you can stretch them out to 40%, then if you can get them out to at least lap 25 with 40%, then you can come on with the softs and last 11 laps as they lose their grip at 80%. And especially with no traction control in this Elite Series, it's going to be a big factor with no traction control, losing a lot of grip on your tyres. Big factor. Now that gap 3.4 between the top 2 so far. So championship leader currently sits in 6th. Behind the man in 2nd. It was 1 spot ahead of him in 5th. And that gearbox, as you can see there, he's already got that yellow, the yellow fuel light. I'm guessing he's pushing a little bit. Not sure what's going on with that gearbox there. So 10 laps in, 4 seconds is the difference between our top 3 drivers. So we have 2 drivers currently on the mediums, everyone else on the hards, and all the drivers who came onto the hards will look to stretch it. Look to go 26 to 28 laps on those hards all the way to the end. This is iContrast now looking for a move done on Valo. He's gonna, I guess he's gonna wait till the first corner. Or a lock up from both the drivers there. Like with the race leader who comes through to start lap 11 as he has 62% of ERS. He's still using a little bit. Down the inside goes iContrast, bit of a lock up, but he gets the move done. And that puts him up another position, 2nd place for iContrast. Anto not going to be done, I assume. So he's going to looking for a battle. Let's go on board now with this. And now looks like it is Contrast who's going to pull away. Great crowd here for this Hungary. As you can see there, the Britain flags being waved. Not sure if there's any British, but find out after the race. You can see the grandstands are packed. The fans definitely turned up to this one. I'm guessing Elite Tier 2 puts on a bit of a show, if there's that much fans. So, top 3 have to pit, but not Chain, iContrast and Anto have an advantage on those hard tyres. So like I said, they're going to try and stretch them out to at least lap 23 or 26. That's as far as the hard could potentially go around this Hungary ring. Let's check back in with this battle. So position changes already. Chain goes up 15, iContrast up 13. That's the highest so far. And drops is Star and Tomato down 6. And is that KD retired? I assume. And I was in the pits to not bring out the safety car. So good job by him. So now that leaves us with one driver and a medium compound of tyres. So KD came in, but he decided to retire. So we are down now to 15 runners, and there's Star is born off the track. Did he lose the back end? Not too sure. And he loses position. And there goes Plebs and ACW. There's some overtakes there. Moves AC up in the 5th, Plebs up in the 8th. And there goes Sherry into the pit lane. For a front wing replacement as well. So he's going to go into the mediums. So I guess he'll... I guess the team at McLaren will be looking to do a 2-stop strat here. For this race. You can see the gap between everyone, just under 50 seconds. So I contrast now, looking to chase down the race leader, who in fact does actually have to pit. The gap being increased. Our next closest battle is G-Force and Roscoe. It was a battle for points. And there is... who is that? That is Tomato. So I guess driver's getting up on that curb and losing the back end. So okay, so our contrast is actually gaining some time here on chain. As you can see, the gap just then was 3 seconds, now it's 2.6, as you can clearly see him chasing down the race leader in the Haas. Chain, like I said, needs to pit, but he's going to have to... I wouldn't really battle our contrast too much, because if you have to come in very, very shortly, no point battling, because he also has to come in. On our contrast. Surprisingly, he has the pace on those hards compared to mediums, but mediums lose their grip at about 60%. So very interesting if you can hold it on for that long. Gearbox. So the gap is just under 2 seconds now between our top 2 drivers. Let's check out the gap now, 57.4 seconds. That's because Tomato spun out. Lap 15, fastest lap is a 17.8. Nope, I don't want to hear that gearbox ever again. But we'll get rid of that, and there we go. So Anto has got Kosh right in behind him. He made it currently 6th second in the championship. He's right in behind that AlphaTauri as here comes Chain into the pit. I just realised about that. I assume we'll come on for Hards, and here goes Anto on the outside, but sorry, Kush looking for the move, and he does get it. Anto not quite done yet. Let's go on board. Oh yeah, Anto's a bit too far behind, so Kush gets the move, boosts him up in the 2nd position. You're on lap 16 out of 35. 20 to go. Move forward. Round 10 now of Elite Tier 2. This is round 10. If you're joining us, welcome. out on my screen. Just been a little few battles. We're down to 15 runners. Katie and Ellen have had some sort of incident. I think LM15 may have hit the wall. Not too sure. So it's all note, sorry, I was about to say good race for the Ferraris, but it's actually an Alpha who's trying to chase down our current race leader by contrast, who's 1.1 seconds behind. So next lap he could potentially be within the DRS range. As you can see, Antel in the background. And his teammate, Alex Pato, currently chasing down Plows. There's 3.3. So the drivers that need to come in is I Contrast, 2 AlphaTauris, Goran, who has just made a mistake. And that's about it. Who's been sitting on those tyres since lap 1. Goran locking up those tyres. So just one drive on those mediums, and Kush slowly decreasing, sorry. And he should just be within DRS range. Another lock up there. Yes, he is, 0.8. DRS range. Go on board here, see if he can, there he is, there's the DRS. Doesn't use the overtake, he's going to use it. I think he put the fuel up into Rich there. Anto into the pit lane. Lock up there from Kush. DRS once again. And he's not quite going to get the move late on the brakes there. While I go contrast went early on the brakes. This is going to be a great battle for the lead so far. So I think once everyone comes in, this could put Rhythms or Kush into the lead. Because Kush, if he's been on those, so he came in lap 8, he can stretch those cards out for 27 laps. It is doable. But the question is, what lap does I Contrast come in? Does he come in for softs or mediums? We'll wait and find out. Close, 4.1 behind Rhythms. That's all eyes on these two so far. Does he just have the slipstream? He's slowly getting that slipstream. Lock up there for my contrast. And I think Kush might need another lap or two. Is he going to look for a no? Ooh, thought about the move. Thought about it. He doesn't get it. .3 now behind Mercedes driver. We'll lock up there. It's coming into the double chicane. Most popular part, most known part to me of this famous, fantastic Hungary. Very, very quick that corner. Kush. He's 99 Ks there on full throttle. 135 until we're going full throttle there from Kush. For both these drivers, same speed. Here he goes. Kush is going to get it done around the outside. Bit of a lock up there. I think that's a crisscross. Does he get it? On the outside. Gets it into the lead. Great overtake there from Kush. Moves him into the lead. With a beautiful crisscross at turn 1. If only we could get a replay of that. that is on for potential overtake of the week so far, and for the lead of the race as well. What an overtake there from Kush. And now I contrast, as that's 5/10. Maybe he's just losing a little bit of grip now on those tires. Let's check these guys' penalties. Kush with 2 warnings. Contrast penalty plus warning. So 6 warnings for him. So one more, and that's going to be another penalty. Scoring with his penalty. And here goes our contrast into the pits. So coming in lap 20, I guess medium tires is the call with the team at Mercedes. And what do they do with the other driver Plebs? Does he stretch those hards all the way to the end of the race? Yes, it is medium tires. So the potential strategy here, if the best strategy, after my perspective, after putting on quite a lot of practice, is to start on the soft, come in lap 10 and stretch those mediums out all the way to the end. Or you can come in about lap 13. Anywhere between lap 10 to 15, starting on softs, then come in. Yes, definitely it's fans of Eye Contrast will be in here. I assume it's Eye Contrast, definitely big Australian Formula 1 YouTuber. Same with Rhythms. Very great to have them here in Race Spec. He has quite a lot of subscribers, both those two drivers, and I'm sure they'll have a great rivalry throughout the season. We have 9 rounds to go, I assume. Yes, I do read chat a little bit. Well, that's sometimes just because my laptop's fully charged, but as it just charged up, so I just opened it. That's the first message. So where do you reckon Eye Contrast is going to finish in this race? You reckon is Kush going to take out this race victory with 14 laps to go? So the pit stop is about 22 seconds, so if Kush comes in now, he could potentially finish in about 8th position. If he decides to come in and sure gets a position now on Alex Pato. Alex probably won't be done just there. Went off the track a little bit. I'm not sure whether he got a warning for that. Here goes Anto, as I was just going through their contrast. Moved on Andre. Same with Anto. So it's a battle for 5th place here. And the Anto running a bit wide there, going side by side. How have they not made contact as Anto holds on to the move? And that puts him up in the 6th position. Sorry, 5th position I should say. As Contrast is the advantage on those fresh medium tyres. Don't want to hear that gearbox again. My Contrast, is he going to look for easy? Oh, he thought about it. Thought about the dive bomb there. Almost worked out. High contrast now, gonna look for a move down at turn number 1. Esports, we are... Oh, sorry, I'll come back to you in just a sec as Contrast gets the move into turn number 1. So we have regional series on Tuesday nights. Oh, Chain, very, very aggressive. Very aggressive. Giving Eye Contrast a bump. Eye Contrast not done. Decisive back out of it. Do not cause any doubt. But as I was saying, regional series are Tuesday nights. We have F2 on a Friday night. Americas are Wednesday mornings. Unless that's Euro and Global and Elite on a Sunday night. And the Classic Series could potentially be postponed for this season. And someone, if you're not in this and you're interested, click on. Well, I'm not sure if there's a link in our bio, but yes, there is. Click the link in our bio to sign up if you're interested in this league. But lap 25 now, 11 to go. Eye Contrast with another move on Chain. These two are battling it out. It is on for 6th place right here. As Anto starting to pull away. And check back in with our race leader Kush, who is slowly pulling away now. Extended that gap out to 5 seconds over ACW. So these two rivals, our top 2 championship leaders, separated by only 13 points. And if they stand where they are, fast luck goes to Shrew. So if they finish where they are, ACW will have a 6-point championship lead. Ten laps remaining here for round 10 of the Hungary. Kush leads over ACW Rhythms, Plebs, Anto, Eye Contrast, Chain, G-Force, Roscoe, ACSE, Stars, Lorne, Goran, Shrew, Alex, and Tomorrow. 15 runners remain here for the Elite Tier 2. There's been, I wouldn't say it was bad, but there's now towards the end there's been some interesting battles between Contrast, Chain, the top 5 are having a battle. That is the Williams off the road. Well, not off the road, but he got a bit of a bump. That was very lucky again. Not get caught up from Roscoe. As I said, 9.5 to go now. Yep, approaching 9 laps remaining. And for round 10, Kush 19 laps on those hard compounder tyres. The fan favourite Eye Contrast currently sits in 6th position. He is 22 seconds behind the race leader, so he could potentially be out of form for a race. Not form, but he's potentially out of contention for this race victory here. Contrast behind Anto. On ACW is rejoining the game. Only Murray left. Oh, that gap's being increased massively. It was just 5 seconds, now it's 7.2. And ACW is a ghost, so he might be an AI car for now. So Rhythms now is on, could potentially be on for second place if he can keep on pushing. With 8 to go. I just realised what happened in the interval. What happened at the gap? What? Okay, we'll get the gap in just a second. Maybe once everyone crosses the line, we'll get it up. It might still be 8 seconds. No, not 8 seconds, because Rhythms is right in behind ACW. Whoop. Whoop, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, there we go. 11.7 now. Rhythms right in behind, and ACW's back. I think he's back to normal. Yeah, he's back to normal. Rhythms in contention for second. Lock up there from, I think that was both drivers. Right in behind the Williams driver. Is he gonna look for a move? Coming up. Not this corner, but this next one. Is he gonna look for a nose? Down the inside. Here he goes. Down the inside. Whoa, almost contact. In fact, there was contact. But Rhythms holds on to the move as we start lap 30. And Kush has left his teammate. That's a great sign for tomorrow. I'm very, very pleased with that. These drivers have put on a great show for the fans here. As I mentioned earlier, absolutely packed the ears. These tier 2 guys do put on quite a show, I guess, with the amount of fans that are here tonight. So 13 seconds, not sure if Rhythm's gonna have 13 seconds in him. In 5.5 laps. As Kushi's been very, very pacey all week, all night. And with that gap, this is potentially going to put Kush 3 points behind ACW. So if Plebs can overtake ACW, both these drivers will be tied in the championship. Kush just needs to... ACW just needs to finish 5th or lower, and Kush needs to win for Kush to take over the championship lead. And the constructors, Williams lead 159, Team Mercedes 152, Alfa Romeo 131, McLaren 116, Red Bull 110, Renault 64, Ferrari 50, Racing Point 49, Haas 38, AlphaTauri 37. So I'll go over the top 5 again for the constructors. ACW sits on 118, Kush 105, Schnoz on 102, Plebs 93, Imperial Gold 87. And just for the viewers, Contrast 59, Rhythms 50. 5 laps to go. We're approaching 4.5, sorry. So Plebs now, as I was mentioning about that gap, Plebs is on for a podium position, as he is keeping up his pace in the 4th gear. Let's get a helicopter shot of this, if we can. That'll be the perfect view for this. Not too sure as Plev's down by 4/10 and Anto, oh sorry, that's not Anto I'm behind. And in fact Anto and Contrast are battling it out for P5. So this is for a top 5 position. Contrast 9 laps in the mediums, Anto 12. So this is gonna help. This is gonna help by Contrast. Tomato fastest lap at 17th lap. May have destroyed the fastest lap. And well, Contrast 3 seconds down on that. Anto, is he going to go defensive for these last 3.5 laps to defend off Contrast for a top 5 position? Or who's that? That was a Red Bull, or it was either Star. Not sure, but there was yellow flag showing this way. So it is on for the okay, the win is potentially going to push, but it is on for the podium. Oh, actually, penalties is going to be a big thing. ACW with none, Plebs with the penalty and a warning, but they deserve it. Oh, ACW lost the back end there. That's going to give Plebs a good run. This is to tie the championship lead. Gets it. And if they finish where they are, the championship will be tied up. Unless ACW can look for another move. But Pleb's going defensive. Very, very defensive there. And the man himself. And that is Tomato, I assume, letting all the lead runners through. 11.5 seconds is the differ between Push and Rhythms. So this gap, apart from Tomato, it's a minute and 4. And Ross going to the pit lane, Pato up in the 13th. It's been a good day so far for the Mercs, 3rd and 6th, same with the Williams, 4th and 9th. Right now it is all about Kush, as he's got to last another 2 laps. So Rhythms, that gap was just out to 11.5, it's now 10.5. As I contrast with the move into the top 5, can he overtake ACW now? Can he find just a bit of pace, overtake ACW and make a Mercedes 3-4? And well, it's just been a dominant performance from Kush. Alpha Romeo have been very, very strong this weekend around the summer. This beautiful Hungary ring. It's Pato. You never noticed, but he set the fastest lap. Just check there. So, final lap now for Kush. 9 seconds is the difference between him and Rhythms. By contrast, 7/10 now. Looking for the move on ACW. This is for a Mercedes 3-4. And to give them 20 and to run away with and to lead this race weekend with 27 points between the 2 drivers. Here he goes, his contrast. Oh yes, definitely not a place to overtake. But did that cost him? Just had a bit of, he had a look there, but definitely a good idea to back out of it. He's got one final chance. But it is all about one man and one man only. Kush. Through the second last corner. Here he goes up to the line. Dominant race. 27 laps on the hards. It is 4 in a row for Kush. Rhythms comes through the final corner to finish second place. Plebs will come through for third, and ACW holds off High Contrast for fourth. Oh no, Anto's on the podium. Snatches it away from Plebs. Contrast in fifth, ACW in sixth. Yes, he did. Well, Anto has just got a surprising podium. Didn't even take track of the penalties. And we're just waiting on Pato and Roscoe. But what a dominant performance for this man right here. Kush, took him 46 minutes. And he ties, and he's potentially tied up the championship. No, this is not the last race. We have 9 more, I think. 9 more until we round it out in Abu Dhabi. High Contrast, driver of the day, very well deserved for him. And that is his 4th driver of the day. So there we go, there are the race results. Anto and ACW, I think we're the only ones without a penalty. Yes, and Tomato. What a race. That has been round 10 of Elite Series tier number 2. We will be back next week for the Belgian Grand Prix. Coming up next is... hold up, let me get it. Currently right now it is tier 1. If you want to go over and watch that. Coming up next will be Elite tier 1 and Global Series tier 3. So we will see you all for that one. I've been your host. And see you next time out in Belgium. Good night.